What's up, guys? We're back again. Another episode of Fury. We got Tim. We got Josh. I think Dula having a heart-to-heart with his lines right now. He may show up tonight.
True.
Time will tell. But I think Tim has the full scoop on the whereabouts on Dula. And I'm going to turn the show over to you, Tim. What it do?
Hey, what's going on? We back again, Josh? Oh,
Yes,
man. Listen, Dilla right now is still at the Detroit Lions birthday party. Excuse me, not birthday party. Yeah, it's an Odell party. Basically, Calvin Johnson's there, Barry Sanders is there, all the Detroit Lions alumni. They're playing Spin the Pony, all kind of good stuff Detroit Lions fans would do. So he may join us. Hopefully he's better when he joins us. Not what we're gonna think. But we're gonna start off with Arian Foster retirement. Josh, he just came out of nowhere and says, "I'm retired," especially when J ran for 200 yards plus back-to-back games. He's been solid. He's not a Hall of Famer. His stats basically was
agreed.
Yeah, 60. He ran for only 1,000 yards 4 times his career. Very solid back. I'm not. I'll say this: he's the best running back in Houston, Texas history.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
That's all I can say. How do you feel about him, though?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, the 1 year that he really came out was in 2010. That's when he had those 1,600 rushing yards, and then he had his receiving was around 600. So his yards from scrimmage was 2,200. That's when he was huge in fantasy, and everyone just hopped on the Arian Foster train. And that's the discussions came out around that 2011 year. Should Arian Foster be drafted #1 overall? And then that's pretty much where his success came from. Is that 2010 year? He absolutely killed it, and he actually did pretty well from there on out. I mean, after that, 11 and 12. He had yards from scrimmage was 1,800, and the year after that was 1,600. But 2013 and following thereafter is when he started having a little bit of the injury troubles. But like you said, not a Hall of Famer, but overall a very nothing to be disappointed at. A great career nonetheless, especially for going. Wasn't he undrafted?
Yes, he was, but he was undrafted. Yeah. He does. He will fall in the line of the top players, top players who perform very undrafted. So to me, that's a plus.
It's very hard to argue the Hall of Fame status, though, because, like you said, I mean, we have active players right now that you could argue if they're going to be in or not, with like 8,000 or 9,000 yards currently, and those people are like Chris Johnson, Matt Forte, LaShawn McCoy, and I even think D'Angelo Williams is up there with at least 8,000. So, unfortunately, he's not going to tally on the yards anymore. So he won't be able to see the HOF because of that. But overall, solid career.
Hope him for the best. I hope we see him as an analyst somewhere, or you never know. Let's go on to the New York Jets. I mean, should they move on without Fitzpatrick? I mean, should they call it quits? I mean, the Jets right now are 2-5. The Patriots, the Pats are 6-1. Okay, and they're 6-1. The Bills are 4-3. The Dolphins are 3-4. The Jets are 2-5. 2-5. I'm saying to myself, you know what? I think it's time for the Jets to just move on from Fitzpatrick, because I'm sorry, you're not gonna catch up to the Buffalo Bills, nor the New England Patriots. I don't think the Jets are gonna make the playoffs. Okay, my thing is, find out what you got in Bryce Petty and Christian Hackenberg. Instead of toying with Fitzpatrick because you pay him that money, it's time for the Jets right now to see what they have in their future. This is the best time to do it.
You know what? It kills me with the Jets. The whole organization, I feel like it's almost Tim playing fantasy football. He's not going to go for the overall quarterback, running back, wide receiver scheme. What they're going to do is they're going to draft 2 quarterbacks, and they're going to try to trade them off or use them as bait. That's what I feel like they're using, the little Timothy Banray strategy over here in the Jets organization. Because really, why are you drafting Christian Hackenberg and Bryce Petty in the same damn year, or I'm sorry, the year after, when you have absolutely no blueprint for these two quarterbacks. It seems like they just went off a whim and was like, oh, well, nobody here. Hackenberg looks all right, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just bring him on in. So now, if I'm the Jets organization, I'm going with my own mishap, meaning that I basically just crapped on Fitzpatrick, and he had to come back in because of Geno's injury. Now I'm going to be like, okay, Fitzpatrick, yes, you did get to come back in, and yes, you did win us the game, but yeah, we really don't trust you. So use that fuel and that rage of we don't trust you and we think you suck to actually go out and perform like you were last year.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
By the way, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
How's the party? How was Calvin Johnson? Did you tell him we said hello?
Yeah, I did. He was dancing in the stands.
Oh man, beautiful, good. Talk Barry. Listen, talk Barry, man. He's still the second greatest. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Listen, you gotta tell Jerry Jones thanks for all those draft picks for Roy Williams, but
that's too soon. I was cold.
Yeah.
Cold, man.
Okay, so we're talking Jets, right?
Yes, sir.
I disagree with both of you. I say keep Fitzpatrick in. Have you looked at their schedule? Let's talk about their schedule.
They have no choice but to keep him in.
Listen, they're at Browns. They're at Dolphins. They get the Rams at home. That's 3 very winnable games right there. They get a bye week. Mm-hmm. They get Patriots home. Okay. But then they get the Colts home, at the 49ers, home against the Dolphins, at Patriots, home against the Bills. Believe it or not, they have a favorable schedule. I would just go with the guy who is going to put you in the best position to win right now. And unfortunately, that is Fitzpatrick. Hackenberg isn't ready yet. Bryce Petty, they talk him up every offseason yet, and they've had numerous times to play the guy. Let's look at it this way. Trevor Siemian coming into the year was Denver's third-string quarterback. And guess what? He got on the field. Why? Because he was better than what they had. Clearly, if Bryce Petty, if he's supposed to play, he's supposed to be better than what's on the field. He hasn't played yet. So I say roll with Fitzpatrick. This is a very favorable schedule, especially these next 3. They get the Browns. They get some pretty inept teams coming up.
You will definitely have to stick with Fitzpatrick only because Geno's injured, and then the other 2 are not as experienced as Fitzpatrick, and they're not going to win you as potentially many games as Fitz can.
I mean, listen, I hear what you're saying, though. If they believe that they can win and they can catch up in the division, yeah, Fitzpatrick is the best one. But I'm sorry, I still think the other divisions, only one team will come out this division. That's the Patriots. We all know that. If that's about it. Everybody else, you're gonna have maybe 2 teams out of one of the divisions. The Jets right now, they don't want to go next year in the offseason with the same question: can this guy lead our offense? Can he lead our team? And that's the problem. We can do sign for another $20 million, or you're gonna sign Geno Smith. I don't think so. I mean, another thing also, you also have guys like Brandon Marshall. They're not getting any younger. You have Matt Fortune not getting any younger. The defense is you can work with the defense. It's still very good, but the offense needs a lot of work to it. But the biggest question is the quarterback. And if the Jets believe they can make it, fine. I don't really think so. No Decker. A new one is an average receiver. Where's the kid Smith at from Ohio State? He's still out. He hasn't even played 1 game. So there's a lot of question marks with the Jets right now. But I do see your point though. The Houston Texans. Look, I'm sorry. I never say I told you so, but I know I told a lot of people. If you're watching us right now, I'm gonna say this. I told you so. Brock Osweiler is an overrated quarterback. Lamar Smith is an overrated running back. Those 2 were supposed to be the biggest splash in the offseason for the Houston Texans, and they were like a rash on the Houston Texans right now. Now, 2, you got Hopkins not wanting to play. Okay, he's not getting 8 passes. Lamar Smith is what? a 900-yard rushing running back that got paid for no reason. I mean, look at J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt was the Texans' best tight end last year. He's not in there. Look at Clowney. Clowney, the number 1 overall pick. Where's the Lawrence Taylor like linebacker that we haven't seen yet? I mean, Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, I tell you guys. Hey, Josh, Della, I think all 3 of us should apply for the Houston Texans GM job. I think we can do a better job over there and rebuilding that team. What do you guys think? Because they stink. They suck. I said it. See? They suck.
I absolutely don't know what the hell they saw in Osweiler when they gave him the paycheck. We're witnessing one of the most historically bad NFL contracts to date. But I really can't. I can't discredit Lamar Miller like that as fast because we've seen flashes from him this season where he can be one of the best backs in the league. But your running back isn't going to be good when your quarterback is the one that's the worst on the team, especially the worst out of the 11 on the offense. So I can't expect Lamar Miller to produce when Brock Osweiler was out there being a slobberger on the field. I feel for Lamar more than I do for Brock because Brock is just terrible. I feel like he got his payday and did not even prepare or train like he was earning that pay. So, whatever it is, what it is, it's going to come back to bite him, and this is basically going to be his legacy. And I don't think any other team's going to go after him after seeing this performance.
I'm looking up some numbers here. Brock Osweiler's contract is essentially a 2-year, $38 million deal. They could get out from the deal next year.
They need to.
And not really take much of a hit. Because the last 2 years are not fully guaranteed. It's all base salary. They can cut them and they'll be fine.
Okay, good. Smart on their part.
on one hand, the Texans are 4-3 right now. Miraculous, I know. That's crazy to say, but they have a winning record right now.
Yeah.
Granted, the fact that Brock Osweiler has, underperformed. But I think we're getting to a culture shift down there in Houston. They have a lot of highly paid, highly drafted guys. They have a Jadeveon Clowney. They have a Whitney Merciless. They have a Brian Cushing. They have a Kareem Jackson. They're littered with first-round picks, right? Top 15, top 20 picks. They just can't pull it together. Play's been big, no. Hasn't been good enough to weather the storm. I mean, yeah, they're still in the hunt. They in the Memphis, they play in the AFC. They play in that division. It's not a strong division. Jacksonville, what the hell happened to them? Tennessee is who they are. In Indianapolis, you don't know what you'll get out of them. We do know what we'll get out of them. A bunch of ineptitude. So it's, for whatever it's worth, it's same thing with Fitzpatrick. If you look at their schedule and who's in their division, they could still win 10 games. And if they win 10 games and go to the playoffs, look, everything's cool.
Well, here's the thing. You know what? Maybe I was a little bit overboard with the Lamar Miller. Okay, because he's a solid back. Okay, he doesn't stink. I'll say he's overrated. Brock Osweiler stinks. The whole moving environment stinks. Okay, it's horrible. The GM for the Houston Texans, these two, if he don't make the playoff, the walking papers has to start, because I'm sorry, he's good in that defense. Jonathan Joseph is excellent, probably the top 5 corner in the NFL. But Clowney is not a 3-4 linebacker. He's not. He's a 4-3, hands down in the dirt lineman. Okay, so that's. Are you saying I stink? Sean, I don't stink.
No.
They stink. I don't stink. All right, we good. Stink, damn it. They stink. I don't stink.
Guys, second down. We'll be right back, folks.
Oh wait, before no down.